is Fox 26 Morning News at 9 a.m. Connected to you.
Just last week, all eyes were on Hollywood fashions courtesy the Oscars, and this week we focus on hair with the help of celebrity colorist Jason Backe. We're going to talk to him next, but we send you to the break with a look at one of his dramatic makeovers.
We're going to change your base color with permanent hair color, and that's going to brighten everything up, give it that really sparkly, natural-looking red that we're looking for.
If I decide to do this at home, how do I know that I'm using the right color?
The recommendation that I make for women who are coloring at home is to save the box top, and on the back to write down the things that they liked. So when they're at the store choosing their shade, they can pull that out of their pocketbook and have this really great resource so they remember everything that they liked about it and that they didn't like about it. As I'm working through your hair, I'm using the tip of my brush to sort of create these even sections. When you're doing this at home, you can use the tip of the bottle to do the same thing that I'm doing and divide the hair easily and neatly into beautiful sections. All right, so we're going to let this process for 30 minutes. We're going to shampoo, dry it, and then we're going to move on to highlights. Hi, Ted Gibson.
Hi, guys. I'm just checking in.
Doing a little highlighting.
It's always important these days to make sure when you're highlighting not to do chunky highlights because those are passé. Are you ready to see Ashley's new look?
Oh my God. Wow.
It's a whole new you.
I know.
Well, many of us like to watch award programs, check out all the clothes, but what would those outfits be without a great hairstyle? The two go hand in hand, and we've got celebrity colorist Jason Backe here to talk a little bit about what the hair trends are as far as color and cut. And good morning to you, Jason.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
Well, we are happy to go along this list here and check out what the celebs are doing. What was the big look at the Oscars this year?
I thought what came across really strong was a monochromatic kind of look, a lot of neutral tones, a lot of short hair or hair that was kind of pulled back away from the face, which is great for me as a hair colorist because it really shows off the hair color.
Yes, of course. So let's go through a few of these. We have some pictures. Mila Kunis. What does she have going on?
She looked amazing with that brunette trend that we're seeing where there's like a tone-on-tone sort of variation in the color. It looked really beautiful the way that it was styled up, and that dress was gorgeous on her.
This isn't necessarily the Oscars that we're looking at here. This is another award show that she did, but virtually the same haircut and style. Exactly.
She is making a big splash after Black Swan, and everywhere she goes, she's like really bringing fashion to the carpet and looking really, really special and amazing.
What about Natalie Portman, another Black Swan star?
Gorgeous, gorgeous. She has a certain kind of sophistication and beauty about her that just really shines when she's on the red carpet.
Looks like she did a side ponytail here.
Another big trend is like hair that's pulled off to the side. So it's sort of reminiscent of the 80s almost. It's got a little bit more of a modern feeling by incorporating those soft waves around her face.
Megan Fox. What about Megan?
Hot.
You ask any guy out there, you would say the same thing. But she's got a very simple, just kind of, I mean, she does have that kind of 1920s wave going, it looks like, but just a basic little flip over on the front.
Yeah, well, I think what's important for trend right now, if you're getting ready to go to an event here in town or any special art gallery opening, something like that, you want to make sure that you don't look too over-styled.
Okay.
It's more about something that looks chic and very wearable and soft and sexy, but not like
so no news anchor look then. The answer is because we tend to look over-styled.
I think it looks amazing. Whatever you're doing is working.
Thank you.
You're
okay, let's talk about Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet is another one of those girls who, I love how she like kind of flip-flops between a strawberry blonde, a golden blonde, and a redhead.
Now she does look very, I don't want to say over-styled, but it almost looks alien the way her hair is kind of swept back.
Especially in this look, it was very coiffed. It was very deliberate, and I think it made a great statement with her jewelry, her makeup, and her dress.
Okay.
So the three of those things, or four of those things, kind of coordinated together really well.
Julianne Moore, what did you see there?
Love the redhead. She is iconic for her red hair, and right now, red is a huge trend. It's great. I've been working with L'Oreal Professional using this INOA hair color. It's ammonia-free, and they just launched a whole series of red shades. So if you want to get in on that red trend, now's a great time to do it.
And we're going to talk about these products products that you brought into. They're not just sitting here for show after the next commercial break, because this is a new line that they have coming out that protects your color. What about, I know we're seeing a lot of long cuts. I think that we've got a few short ones coming up here as well.
Yes.
But what does that say about age? Because Julianne Moore, little towards the end of the age spectrum as far as movie stars go. I hate to say that because she's beautiful. She's a certain age.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, though, in and out. But she's wearing the really long locks.
I love it. I think that the days of saying women over 40 or over a certain age should cut their hair short are over.
Okay.
I think it's modern. I think it's sexy. I think what's the most important is that you feel beautiful with your hair. If you feel beautiful with your hair long, then you should wear it long. If you feel beautiful with your hair short, then cut it shorter. But I don't think that those old school rules apply anymore.
Okay, so what about, we talked about Taylor Swift, maybe we can talk about her just briefly, or move past her to Michelle Williams, because Michelle Williams has the shorter look, and I want to get to that before we go.
Yeah, I think Michelle Williams rocked it at the Academy Awards. That short hair looks so sexy, it looks touchable, it looks soft, it looks feminine, and I think that's the trick to short hair on women, is making sure that it has those elements of femininity and softness to it. I think that the color is spectacular. She really worked that monochromatic sort of look at the award shows.
Don't you really have to be careful with your roots, though, the shorter you go? Because I would think that they would show more if they're grown out.
It depends on your style. You know, some girls need to get it colored every 2 weeks. Other girls can go much longer in between services. It just depends on how you like to look.
Okay.
But I like a little bit of new growth in short hair. It gives it some nice dimension.
And I like that, too, because it's cheaper for all. All right, so Jason's going to stick around, and next we'll find out how to decide which color and cut look best on you.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed.
Well, just last week, all eyes were on Hollywood fashions, courtesy the Oscars, and this week we focus on hair with help of celebrity colorist Jason Backe, and we're back to talk to him a little bit more about what's going on the red carpet and how that can translate to what you're up to. So let's talk first about these products that you brought in. How are these new and innovative?
Well, I'm completely obsessed right now with INOA, which is ammonia-free hair color from L'Oreal Professional. And the reason that I love it so much is it's completely shifted the way that I think about a hair color service in the salon.
And we should mention also you're doing a tour for them. So this is your product of choice. And, of course, you're a celebrity publication for them almost.
I've used this on girls when they're getting ready for, I used it for Ashley Green for the cover of Cosmopolitan and InStyle. I've used it for Annie Hathaway when she was getting ready for red carpet events. It's the kind of product that really gives the hair a special kind of shine, and you can get it right here in Houston now.
How do I get a hold of this?
Well, the easiest way to do that is to go to findinoa.com. You can enter your zip code, and it will just tell you salons in the area that are carrying the product.
And we spell it INOA.
INOA.
Okay.
It stands for Innovation No Ammonia.
And why is ammonia such an important thing to take out of color?
Well, ammonia for the last 100 years or however long we've been doing hair color has been key in opening up the cuticle and allowing the product to access the hair. The thing that ammonia also does is in opening the cuticle so far, it leaves the hair feeling a little bit more rough, a little bit more porous. It loses a little bit of its shine because it doesn't get smooth when it closes again. So by not having ammonia in the product, you can avoid all of that.
And the hair color still lasts?
The hair color lasts better because the cuticle stays more closed. It's really incredibly shiny. And some of the best things that I've experienced about it are that there's no sensitivity on the scalp, so there's no burning or itching or tingling. There's no fragrance at all, so it's completely neutral in its odor. So it's raised the bar as far as like what a luxury hair color experience really is all about.
And you want your hair color to last, of course, and if you don't use Color Safe shampoo, my stylist has told me this, then you're going to lose your hair color faster.
Using products like these that will help to maintain hair color in between services, stay out of the sun with your hair. If you're going to be playing outside or going to the beach,
put a bandana over it.
Put a cap on, a chic scarf, sit under the umbrella, and shampoo less frequently.
Okay.
The less you shampoo, the better it is for your hair.
Okay, so let's talk about color then. I want to look like a movie star. How do I...
You already look like a movie star.
Please. So how do I know what color to go with my skin tone? What do you recommend?
A couple of things to remember. If you have light eyes and light skin, it's better to stay away from gold and do something that's a little bit more neutral to ashy.
Okay.
If you have skin that tans very easily, or brown eyes or darker skin, you can throw in a little bit more gold. And actually, seeing gold in hair color is a strong trend right now.
Okay.
So if you can get away with it, throw a little gold in there because it's going to keep you really modern.
Who looks good with like the Gwyneth Paltrow? I mean, super duper blonde. I know that she's got maybe a little gold in hers, or that type of thing. Like, who does the really bright blonde look good on? Anybody?
Well, I'm a firm believer that anyone can be a blonde,
Okay.
as long as you find the right shade. But a blonde like Gwyneth Paltrow's, I think it's important to not have a lot of pink in your skin.
Okay.
It may exaggerate the pink if you go that blonde, so you might feel like you need to put on a lot of makeup every day. But like I said, anyone can be a blonde. It's just finding the right relationship with the colorist and letting them sort of guide you through the process.
What if I want to do Mila Kunis, though? I know you say building a relationship with a stylist, making sure that you trust that person, but Mila has that really kind of sexy, dark...
She's so amazing.
Who does that look good on?
If you want to wear darker hair, it's almost the same kind of rules.
Okay.
So if you have really dark complexion and dark eyes, you want your hair color to be kind of in the golden area.
I see.
If you're a little bit more fair, you want it to be a little bit more neutral to ashy.
All right, perfect.
Redheads, it's a huge trend right now to be a redhead, and the trick for that is light eyes, light skin, go with some copper, because you can really pull off that orangey copper, really beautiful color. If you're a little bit more olive or darker eyes, stay away from copper because it can look a little cheap.
I'm wondering if my news director would let me do copper.
Ooh, let's do it. I'll come back and do it for you.
And I wouldn't have the job. I appreciate that, Jason. All right. Melissa, what do you got for us?
Well, Natalie, I think you'd look good in any color, so whatever you're in the mood for, go for it. We're going to be talking oil prices, Natalie, next.